Hello, welcome to Galaxy of the Force, a Star Wars podcast for kids. I'm Joseph and I'm 6 years old. And this is Shay.
I'm Joseph's parent.
So today, last week we finished our prequel trilogy, so now we're on our original. So, yesterday, if you're listening on Saturday, we went to, since you never mentioned that much, would you like to say what we did yesterday?
Yeah, sure. We went to London, had a look at some Banksy artwork because Joseph is very into art at the moment. Contemporary art, I should say.
Not exactly contemporary art.
Not exactly contemporary.
I quite like acting or comedy.
Oh, acting and comedy as well.
I also like a bit of music. I found some tips about that.
Great. So we saw some Banksy artwork.
And I also love maths.
And you love maths, yeah.
Maths is my favourite subject, apart from science. So science and maths are my favourite subject in school, and it's good that they're part of art because I think actually art is my favourite subject. Okay, look, I just love art. Mostly every subject is art.
Well said. Mostly every subject is art.
So we wanted to mention that because art is all about your imagination. So you could say that you might see someone's art and you might not see how the person sees it, like the person who painted it. So you might say that looks like a Star Wars ship, something like that. So, but Banksy actually painted some Star Wars droids. So we wanted to mention that.
And do you think Star Wars is also art?
Yeah. Acting.
Yeah. And writing. George Lucas directed it as well, didn't he? All of that is different kinds of art. Music. We might talk a bit about some music today because we're introducing a new character.
Okay, so, yes. Wait, who's that character?
Actually, I said we're introducing a new character, but we saw this character in number 3.
Is it Chewbacca or Luke?
I was actually thinking about Darth Vader because of Darth Vader's theme tune. That's the music I was thinking of because you really like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, I also just wanted to quickly apologise for the sound quality in the last episode. That was completely my fault. I got some of the balance wrong, but I will make sure I don't do that this episode. Are you ready to read us Star Wars Episode 4, Joseph?
So in our last trilogy, Anakin has become Darth Vader. This is called A New Hope, as I mentioned in our last week. A New Hope. Like, Luke is ready. He'll bring a new hope to the galaxy. Remember?
Yes.
How you do? So, A New Hope. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far, far away, a terrible war rages as the Rebel Alliance struggles to defeat the evil Galactic Empire. Led by brave Princess Leia, a small team of rebels have just stolen secret plans for the Empire's ultimate weapon. The Death Star is a space station so powerful it can vaporize planets.
Vaporize planets, turn them into vapour.
Vaporize planets. But as the rebels try to escape, an Imperial Star Destroyer captures them. Princess Leia hides the plans in a secret message in a small droid named R2-D2. As R2-D2 and his friend C-3PO flee in an escape pod, a menacing figure cloaked in a black invades the rebel ship. It is the evil Imperial commander, Darth Vader. He wants the Death Star plans back. He orders his stormtroopers to capture the princess.
Don't make me destroy you.
R2-D2 and C-3PO land on the desert planet Tatooine. They are captured by tiny scavengers called Jawas. The droids are quickly sold to a farmer and his young nephew, Luke Skywalker. An orphan, Luke dreams of leaving his desert home and travelling into space on exciting adventures. As Luke cleans R2-D2, he accidentally unlocks part of Princess Leia's message. "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope." Luke wonders if she means the old hermit Ben Kenobi, who lives far off in the desert. That night, R2-D2 runs away to deliver his message. At dawn, Luke and C-3PO race off in a land speeder to find R2-D2. When they finally reach the little droid, vicious sand people attack. Luckily, a mysterious cloak man comes to rescue. It's Ben Kenobi. In Ben's hut, R2-D2 plays Princess Leia's full message. The princess asks Obi-Wan to travel to her planet, Alderaan, and help the rebels defeat the Empire. Luke is amazed to learn that old Ben was once Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I was amazed by that too when we watched A New Hope, because even though I'd seen A New Hope when I was a child, I did not remember that Obi-Wan Kenobi was called Ben, and I found it very surprising.
So where was I?
Luke is amazed.
So where was I? Luke is amazed to learn that old Ben Kenobi was once old. Luke was amazed to learn that old Ben was once Obi-Wan Kenobi, a great Jedi knight skilled in the ways of the Force. The Force is an energy field that gives the Jedi his power. It binds the galaxy together, Obi-Wan explains. Obi-Wan then reveals that Luke's father was a Jedi Knight until Darth Vader destroyed him. Darth Vader had been a student of Kenobi's until he turned to the dark side of the Force. Obi-Wan gives Luke a gift, his father's lightsaber, a powerful laser sword. "I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father," Luke says. Luke, Obi-Wan and the droids go to Mos Eisley spaceport to find a spaceship to take them to Alderaan. They look for a pilot cantina crowded with strange and dangerous aliens. Obi-Wan hires Han Solo and his rookie co-pilot Chewbacca. Their ship, the Millennium Falcon, is fast enough to outturn Imperial Star Destroyers.
Yay, Chewbacca's back.
And
I'm excited. I love Chewbacca.
yeah, so
So nothing. Carry on.
Okay. But as you mentioned last week, you said that Chewbacca was released for the first time in the prequel, and you say this main character from the original trilogy has come into the prequel. Hooray!
Yeah. I know, I was very excited to see him in the prequel in the last episode.
Okay, where was I? Their ship, the Millennium Falcon, is fast enough to outtime Imperial Star Destroyers. It will be a dangerous trip, but Han needs the money to pay a debt to Jabba the Hutt, a powerful crime lord.
Do you know what a debt is, Joseph?
No?
Debt is when you owe someone money.
Oh, yeah.
So Han owes Jabba the Hutt some money.
Can his friends climb aboard the Millennium Falcon and blast off? Imperial TIE fighters chase them, but Han quickly engages the ship's hyperdrive. Soon the Falcon is travelling at the speed of light. The heroes race across the galaxy only to discover that Alderaan is gone, destroyed by the Death Star.
Oh gosh, that's so sad, isn't it? Because in the film we actually see Darth Vader destroy Alderaan. He questions Leia, and because he threatens that he'll destroy Alderaan if she doesn't tell him the answer that he's looking for, where the rebel base is. And then she tells him, she doesn't actually tell him the truth, but she does give him an answer, and then he destroys Alderaan anyway. That's her home planet. That's so, so sad.
Bail Organa.
Yeah, that's where Bail Organa lives. Right, you want to carry on then?
Suddenly, the giant space station pulls them in a powerful tractor beam. See, there's a line around the Death Star that the Millennium Falcon goes into. And in my game,
Yeah.
that remember, like up here, there was some things like screens. And down here was the luggage, not the luggage piece, was the, it was the luggage piece.
Cargo hold.
Yeah, cargo hold. And over here, it was when Ben was sneaking, to find Darth Vader. And then over here was a secret.
Oh, exciting. Right, what happens?
You would have saw none of that, so just ask someone to show you a picture of a Death Star. Sorry. Oh, there it is. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, right, go on then, tell us.
Trapped on the Death Star, Luke and his friends hide from the Imperial forces. Obi-Wan sets off to
Deactivate.
the tractor beam so they can escape. R2-D2 plugs into the computer and makes an incredible discovery. Princess Leia is being held prisoner on the Death Star. Wait, why was she prisoner even though she told them the truth again?
Well, they were holding her prisoner anyway to try and get her to tell them the truth.
But Darth Vader believed her, you remember?
I don't know if he did.
He did.
Oh, did he?
It says that Grand Moff Tarkin and Darth Vader believed her.
Oh, but they destroyed Alderaan anyway.
Yeah, because they wanted to show them the power of the dark side and the Death Star.
I see. And now they've kept her prisoner. I guess they think she's maybe got more information about the rebels or maybe that she would be dangerous to them if they let her out.
Disguised as stormtroopers, Luke and Han then handcuff Chewbacca and pretend he is a prisoner. They enter the detention center and take the guards by surprise. Luke quickly finds Princess Leia and opens her cell. "I'm here to rescue you," Luke says, taking off his helmet. The stormtroopers corner Luke and his friends, thinking fast. They grab the blaster, blows open a guard chute. The heroes dive in and land in a giant trash compactor full of stinky junk and a garbage monster. Crunch! The walls begin to close and getting closer and closer and closer. Things look grim. Luke uses his communicator communicator to contact C3PO and R2D2. At the last second, the droids are able to turn off the compactor and unlock the door.
Doesn't mention it here, but actually, even though Luke is like rescuing Princess Leia, she then really helps them, doesn't she? They think they've rescued her, but then really she kind of rescues them.
How?
Well, because she's got to help them like get through the Death Star and actually make their way to safety. Anyway, carry on.
After turning off the tractor beam, Obi-Wan confronts his old enemy, Darth Vader. They ignite their lightsabers and the duel begins. As Luke runs the Millennium Falcon, he sees the battle just as Darth Vader strikes down Obi-Wan. The old man vanishes and his cloak falls to the floor. "No!" Luke cries. The heroes race aboard the Millennium Falcon and take off. Imperial TIE fighters try to shoot them down, but Han and Luke climb into the Falcon's gun base and blast the TIE fighters to bits. Soon the heroes are zooming across the galaxy to deliver the secret Death Star plans to the rebels. After their base, the rebels review the Death Star plans and find a weakness. One perfect shot in a small vent could destroy the entire station. Han tells Luke that he doesn't want to help with the mission. Instead, the pilot is returning to Tatooine to pay his debt to Jabba the Hutt. X-Wings attack the Death Star as it approaches and prepares to destroy the rebel base. Waves of screaming TIE fighters defend the station. The rebel pilots fight bravely, but no one makes the perfect shot. Finally, it is Luke's turn. He flies his X-Wing down a narrow trench toward the vent. Suddenly, Darth Vader appears in a TIE fighter. Darth Vader is about to destroy Luke's X-Wing when something blasts his TIE fighter. It's the Millennium Falcon, zooming to the rescue. "You're all clear, kids," shouts Han. "Now let's blow this thing and go home." As Darth Vader's damaged fighter spirals into space, Luke hears Obi-Wan's voice. "Use the Force." Luke turns off his targeting computer, closes his eyes, and fires. The shot is perfect. The Death Star explodes. Luke Skywalker and his friends are heroes. Princess Leia gives them medals, and the rebels cheer. Their fight with Darth Vader and the Empire is far from over, but they know that the Force will be with them always. So that's the end of New Hope. I hope you all like it. So now, how many stars would you give it? I probably give A New Hope. As it's called A New Hope, I'd give it 2 stars for good name. And as Luke becomes a hero, I'd give it another 2 stars. And as at the end everyone's cheering, I'd give it another star, so that's 5 out of 5.
How many stars would you give it for the music?
Da 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 da. How many notes? 3 3 3 1 5 3 1 5 3 777853153. That's 5 different notes. So 5.
Wonderful. Join us next week as we move on to the next episode.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to my wonderful piano, which everyone knows, which is Darth Vader's music. Da 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 da. Oh, you probably don't really bother hearing it in my voice. You've already heard it on the piano. So, bye-bye. See you next week in The Empire Strikes Back. What do you think will happen then?